Good evening all, and a beautiful evening it is too. I want to share something with you that I'm quite excited about, quite passionate about actually. I want to talk rubbish. I want to talk gardening. You might think the two aren't connected, but when you think about the fact that we can use some of our waste to fertilise our gardens with and help the plants grow big and strong, and then in the background there you can see my bees. Well, they need flowers, and flowers need strong plants. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to one of my favourite rubbish byproducts. Now, food waste is something I'm really passionate about. Now, food waste, if it goes to landfill and degrades in an anaerobic environment, i.e. there's no oxygen, it can't turn into carbon dioxide. Instead, it gets turned into methane because there's no oxygen. Methane is a really bad greenhouse gas. Many, many times worse for the environment than carbon dioxide. So we don't want food waste to go to landfill. One of the problems we have, though, is if we start putting it in a food waste bin, it rots and it smells disgusting and, flies and things, hot sun, yum. So we have a gadget at our house that dehydrates it and macerates it and turns it into this. All that is, it looks a bit like dirt, doesn't it? All the good stuff that's in the food waste, all the all the nitrogen, the phosphorus, the potassium, which, by the way, the chemical symbols are NPK. Next time you buy some fertiliser, have a look for NPK balances. That tells you how much of each is in them. Now, nitrogen's needed for leaves to grow. And phosphorus and potassium is really important for fruiting plants, which is why I'm standing in front of this lovely lemon tree. And what we're going to do now is we're going to feed it. And does it look healthy or what? It's just going off this tree. So I'll grab ourselves some food waste. And it's as simple as this, just sprinkling it around it. Sprinkle the food waste in there. Let's go to the quiet side of the tree so you can see what we're doing. And the good thing about this product, it's very strong. So I've got to be a little bit careful about how much I put in there. The good thing about this product is that unlike chemical fertilisers, what it's doing is putting carbon back into the soil. Now, chemical fertilisers will generally just, it's a bit like the vitamins, just the vitamins that we give ourselves without the goodness, without the proteins. When we think about it, this plant grows. And as it grows, what it does is it removes carbon from the soil. So you'll notice in pot plants, over time, what happens is that the soil shrinks. And that's because the plant is literally removing the soil from under it. It's turning it into plant and vegetation. But by putting in the food waste and then watering it in like this, it reaches the root system and it adds carbon to the soil, which is perfect for soil health. So, like I say, one of my favourite things, I work in the waste industry, by the way, so if anyone can talk rubbish, it's me, is this stuff. Gold for your fruit trees. Absolute gold. Thanks for listening in. Thanks for stopping by. If you like my channel, it'd be great if you could give me a subscribe. I'm trying to grow it. Talk about bees, sustainability, the environment, gardening, and yes, I talk rubbish. Thanks.